Okay, guys, so today we are going to learn the most important formula in advanced Excel, which is VLOOKUP. It's very important formula, and we need this formula in our day-to-day reporting and analysis reporting. So I'll explain each and everything about VLOOKUP in advanced Excel. I'll start with simple applying formula, then I'll explain the golden rule, what are the common mistakes which people do while applying the VLOOKUP. All right. So let's start. This is our data source from where we need data. This could be very long, maybe thousands of rows, and we need, for example, 5, 6 rows data. Then it's very difficult to find one by one, right? So this is how we need the VLOOKUP. Let me explain how does this work. For example, these are the IDs for which we need maybe name, designation, salary, location, and anything which we need here. So we will apply VLOOKUP and I'll explain how does this work. So let's equal then VLOOKUP. So you can see the syntax. It is asking for lookup value. What are we looking for? We are looking for IDs, comma, table array from where you are looking for. Basically, we are talking about this table array. Since we don't have anything in below row, so we can select the entire column. All right. So I'm selecting this entire column. Okay, comma, column index number. So what is the column index number? And column index number always start from the lookup value field in table array. So you can see this is the column, this is the ID. So we'll start from 1 2. We are looking for name, so we will put 2 here, comma, true for approximate and false for exact match. Since we are looking for exact match, I'll explain the true part as well. So I can enter 0, or maybe I can select this one and bracket close. So you can see here for 109 the name is Rohan Kumar, so it is coming here. Now if you want for these IDs the name, so I can simply select and control T, or maybe what we can do here, I'll select here. You can see the small square at the bottom right corner. If I double click on this formula will drag to entire column, right? So this is very basic formula which I applied. There are few many more things here. I'll explain each and everything about it, right? So now if you wanted to know the designation as well, so if you paste this here, maybe copy and paste. So let me, okay, I'll apply here. So you can see we got the associate, but this associate is not coming based on the ID. If I remove these names, this will not show, because if you see here in the formula, it is saying lookup value H2, but we are looking for ID, yani G2, means G2, right? And you can see the lookup table array as well. This is bringing from B to F, so it is going here. In that case, we use freezing the table array, right? I'll explain how we can do. Equal VLOOKUP. We are looking for lookup value, this ID, comma, table array. So we are selecting entire column again of this table array, but we will freeze it. How we will freeze it? We will press Fn then F4, right? So you can see dollar sign before column name. So A colon dollar then E. Now this has been freezed now, right? But we wanted to freeze ID this column as well, so that this will not go. If I copy, this should not also change. So I can apply manually dollar sign here, right? Now, comma, column index number, we are looking for name, so we'll press 2, comma, 0, bracket close, enter. Now you got this name. Now, if I copy this is showing Rohan. The reason is the column index number is 2 here, but since from ID it is on third number 1, 2, 3, so we'll just change this 2 to 3, enter. You can see the associate designation has come here. I'll copy again, paste here. It is again showing associate because the column index number is 3 here. If I change it to 4, then this will come to salary. We can paste here again. Anything you can copy, this one or this one. Copy it here again. Now if I enter the 5, because location is at 5 number, then you can see this. I'll select all these three entire row and double click on this. The formula will be applied here, right? So you can see now you have seen how the freezing concept work, right? Okay. I'm putting one more situation here where you need to select only table arrays. For example, this data, we want these information here. For example, here, if I want the data in these cells, then I cannot select the entire column. I'll apply VLOOKUP, then you will be able to understand VLOOKUP. Lookup value, we are looking for ID 10009, comma, table array. Now we cannot select entire column here because this information which we are looking for, that is also in same column, right? So what we'll do here, we will select this table only where we have the table array. We'll press F4, or in some laptops it is Fn plus F4, comma, since we are looking for 2, comma, 0, enter. There will be one error. I'll explain again why it is coming. I'm entering. You can see the name has come. If I double click, you can see the name for the 1000001. Ajit Shahrawat is the name, right? Okay. Now if I copy this here, it is showing error. Why it is showing error? Because we did not freeze the lookup value here. So you can see here we can see A20, but here we are saying B20, right? But we are not looking for B20, we are looking for A20 only. So after applying, I can manually put the dollar sign here. It will freeze the column only. So if dollar sign is before the column name, it will only freeze column. If it is before the row, then it will freeze only row. And if this, you see the dollar sign is before column and row, then it will freeze entire row and column both, right? Now if I enter here, I'll again double click. If I copy this data here, then you can see Rohan Kumar. Why it is showing Rohan Kumar? Because the column index number is 2. So let me paste on other location as well. Now what I need to do, if I want designation, I'll just change this to 3. If I want salary, or then I'll change 4. And if I need location, I just change 5. I will select all these 3 items. I'll just double click on this. Then you can see the information is populated here. So this is the most important formula of advanced Excel. You will need this in your day-to-day reporting if you are doing any kind of MIS reporting or any kind of leadership reporting. So you should know each and everything about VLOOKUP, right? Now I will explain few golden rules of VLOOKUP. Stay tuned with me. I'm going on this tab. I have already noted down the golden rules, right? So first rule says we look up search top to bottom and left to right. I'll come here. So top to bottom, right? For example, we are looking for 10009 ID. This will start from here. One, two, three. Whenever he found 10009, it will populate the value, right? It will go from top to bottom and left to right. You can see if you want name, it will populate. You want a designation, it will populate. But on the basis of name, if you want ID, I mean right to left, it will not populate any value. For example, if I put the name here, let's suppose, an ID here, and on the basis of Rohan or maybe anything, if you want the ID, it will not populate. We look up name, comma, table array. Let's suppose I am freezing this, applying F4 or Fn F4, comma. Up now this is at -1 location. So for testing, if I am applying -1, comma 0, this will not populate the value. So I was trying to explain it goes from left to right, right? So that is very important point. But we have other solutions. I'll explain it later. Maybe applying X lookup, or there is one more thing. I'll explain it later. But VLOOKUP always go left top to bottom and left to right. This is one golden rule. Second is VLOOKUP must be in first column of selected table array. Lookup value, sorry. So lookup value. This is the lookup value. It should be on first. Then only you can fetch data from right side. If anything in left from lookup value. So lookup value is ID. If anything in left side, you will not able to populate that. The third, the column index number start from that first column. So as I told you, since we are looking for name, so we'll start from here, not from here. One, two, three. We'll start from the lookup value column. One, two. That is third golden rule. VLOOKUP cannot look left. I have already explained it to you. Common mistakes which we do here, right? Selecting the wrong table array. If you have selected wrong table array, so for example, instead of A to E, I'll do it again. Let's suppose you're looking for here. We look up. We are looking for ID, comma, table array. If you have not selected the entire, maybe from this column to like this formula will not work. You will have to select from the ID only, from the left to from the table lookup array, lookup value column, right? So this is third. You need to select the correct table array. Uh, Forgetting to using the incorrect column index number, which I have already explained you. Forgetting to lock the table array with absolute reference. This is the absolute reference I just told you. By applying Fn plus F4, or in some laptops only F4 is required. I am writing here Fn. You can find Fn in the bottom left corner plus F4. F4. This is required for freezing. In some laptops only F4 is required if Fn sign is not here. So freezing is very important in VLOOKUP, right? Expecting VLOOKUP to search leftward, I have already explained it to you, right? Now you can, this is the just explanation of entire syntax. So lookup value, the value you want to search. For example, ID, which I already explained. Table array, the range of cells that contains your data. Like in this case, this is the table array, right? And the third one is column index number, which I already told you, like from 1, 2, 3, we start from the ID here. And the last one is range lookup, define the type of match. So since we are looking for exact match, we should always press 0 at the sign. You can see here. If you are looking for approx match, then you need to enter here 1. But in that case, it will populate sometime it give the error means this at few places only we apply this approx match. For example, let me explain that as well. So we were looking for ID. Let's suppose we have extra space here. Enter. Let's suppose in the starting we have extra space. Or maybe some kind of dot. Something is wrong. So let's suppose this will not give you the value, right? But if I have just pressed 1 here, then it the value is not same 1000090, but we have 10009 only. Still this is a reflecting value because it is matching approx, right? So even if I apply one more zero here, still it is taking. So approx match we apply whenever we say, like, for example, we are looking the lookup value as name, and the name somewhere it is like the written as first name, somewhere it is written as complete name. So in that case sometime we apply, but we should make sure, like, if we are applying the approx match, then you should be little focused on what we are looking for, right? So I will always prefer to uh, refer zero, which is give the exact match only, right? Okay, so this was the most important formula of advanced Excel. I would suggest just see this video 2 3 times and apply in your database, right? And do your practice. If you have any question, you can comment. And I would just appreciate if you can subscribe this channel and like the channel, just to encourage me to post some other videos like this. Thank you.